is quite important in the sense that since President Marcos Jr. took over government, we have seen the government of the United States have tried to engage him, to visit, as you have said, of Kamala Harris, Secretary of State Blinken, Lloyd Austin, their Secretary of Defense, and now a visit to Washington, D.C., with the objective of strengthening military cooperation between our countries. And how can we coordinate in ensuring at least a minimum credible defense posture for the Philippine government, for the Philippine Republic, as we try to protect our maritime rights and also our territorial integrity based on international laws. So this is very important in a strategic point of view.
Right. Sir Dindo, we just want to know how this recent incident between the Coast Guards of the Philippines and China, that near collision in the sea, all while, of course, Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang was actually here in Manila. How do you think this would throw a monkey wrench to these bilateral talks between Biden and Marcos Jr.?
This is consistent, Sean. This has been happening for years. It has really reached a certain level during the time of President Duterte because we allowed them. But now, we are all reacting to these things because the government of President Marcos Jr. is allowing our own Coast Guard, is allowing media to cover our own Coast Guard to report these incidents. But this is something that we have seen through satellite pictures, we have seen this through reports by our own fisher folks, and now it's good that the public knows about it. It's good that we collectively, with our other neighbors, countries that support the protection of our territory, can work together to collectively deter this aggression by China that has been happening within the West Philippine Sea this past few years.
Yes, Sir Dindo, with the establishment of the new Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA sites, and the Balikatan focusing on maritime defense, what's next for U.S. presence here in the Philippines?
The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement needs to be understood that it is not basis, but it is an opportunity for the U.S. to visit, to really expand. At the core of it is the Visiting Force Agreement, but to have basing rights, to visit, and not to really stay in the Philippines because it's not allowed by our Constitution. But for me, what I see as we expand it, the EDCA, from 5 to 10 sites, as it covers the western side of the country to even the eastern side, if we will look at Isabela and Cagayan, it allows what we call a deterrence. That now, especially if we go beyond the U.S. alone, that EDCA is just the first step, and EDCA leads to stronger partnership with Australia that has a visiting forces agreement also with us, called the SOPA, or even the support of Japan in terms of strengthening our coastal watch to our Coast Guard and even expanding it more. So the more countries that support our capacity to really defend our territory, to defend what is ours based on international law,
Sir, kanina po
should be seen as positive.
Binalita po namin sa Frontline Pilipinas that China was saying that yung pagpapadala po ng mga journalists doon po sa West Philippine Sea is a provocation, and that has been the strategy of the Coast Guard by exposing it to the press. Sabi din po ng kolumnistang si Bobby Tiglao, don't use the media as cannon fodder. What would you have to say about this? How do we strike a balance?
Why do we listen to a country that is really being aggressive in our territory? Aren't we simply reporting what is happening? Is the Coast Guard doing not its duty under their Coast Watch duty, protecting not only our coast, but even our territory based on international laws? So what is wrong with reporting it, encouraging countries to ensure peace and stability in the region, to be more transparent in their actions? And why do we have journalists in the Philippines who toe the China line, or the China narrative?